your heart out yesterday and last Sunday, and for being such a strong role model. I love that I can give out the Liberty Fellowship website to everyone I chat with, including in the YouTube comments. Last week, I gave it to an unsuspecting, hardcore Zionist pastor and his wife who I met in a park. They were over the moon, having just returned from 3 weeks in Israel. He thought he had my attention. Ha ha. My perspective as a survivor of a horrific upbringing is this: boundaries are essential in maintaining a stable life. See, that's what people don't get because the preachers don't teach them. Boundaries, jurisdictional authority. It's not taught. Everybody does what is right in their own eyes. They're a little mini God. They believe that they are the sole arbiter of the standards, and they have no boundaries. They have no jurisdictional understanding of the Word of God, and that's why our churches are a mess. One reason why our churches are a mess. Boundaries, and that was a lot about what I was talking about last week, and this person understood that. Boundaries are essential in maintaining a stable life. The devil is as real on earth as a living God is real to Christians. If one is fearful or unable to identify bad behavior and call it out, it will not only persist, but grow and take over life and the living. We longtime Northeasterners from Pittsfield, named after William Pitt, adjacent to Otis, Massachusetts. You know who Otis, Massachusetts was named after, don't you? I see 5 of you right here. There's a book over there written by James Otis, who was the mentor of John Adams, the most brilliant, or at least one of the most brilliant of all of America's founding fathers. A man that was more responsible for the principles in our Fourth Amendment than any other founding father. He's the founding father that gave us the phrase, taxation without representation. He's the one in his speech before the Court of England, John Adams said that was the spark that lit the war for independence. James Otis was so hated by the British that they beat him so severely, almost killed him, gave him permanent brain damage, and he was never the same after that. But John Adams said that he was the most important figure in the cause of American independence from 1760 to 1770 of any man who lived in the colonies at that time. That's quite a statement coming from John Adams. We have his book. We reprinted his book over there, and the name of that Massachusetts city is named after James Otis. Of course, he was from Boston. We longtime Northeasterners from Pittsfield, adjacent to Otis, Massachusetts, hold our God-given rights foremost in mind, and I vicariously and exhaustively share your contempt for moochers and poachers, liars and subterfuge. Raised in the Catholic Church from birth, I can smell a hypocrite a mile off and have zero tolerance for fakery and mischief. Thank you for sharing your open heart and excellent mind. Would that men might pause and consider following your example. I heard Thomas Sowell say recently that he does not believe the country can be saved. Brother Chuck, we need you whether or not he is correct. In gratitude to my pastor, Diane, from the state of Massachusetts. Let's give all these folks a great